I told you there is no time for that. There is no time.
Okay, we're back. Guys, we're back. And today I'm going to be talking about the movie Sleepless in Seattle. Today, I'm going to be talking about this movie. I'm going to be explaining why this is not a romance movie. It's not romantic. You know, there's this weird thing in Hollywood where they like to pretend that it's romantic to cheat. It's not cheating and being a bad significant other. It's not cute. It's not romantic. It's not flirtatious. It's not trendy, but Hollywood likes to pretend that. So a lot of the movies that we think are romantic are not, and Sleepless in Seattle is one of them. So I'm gonna be revealing the curtain. I'm tearing the veil on this film.
Try and teach you something.
A lot of you guys seem to think that I'm the perfect man for the job. You guys have elected me as like the ambassador. I'm the ambassador of reality to bad romance movies or bad relationships in films. Enough of you guys think I'm qualified to take on films that are terrible with romance, terrible with love, have terrible relationships. And you know, the irony is, I'm not a romantic guy in real life. I'm not a loving person like that. But you guys have bestowed the responsibility upon me, and you think I'm right for the job. So I accept. I'll accept that responsibility.
There is no one I trust more.
So let's talk about Sleepless in Seattle. So Sleepless in Seattle is a very, very popular alleged romance movie. It came out in '93. It stars Tom Hanks, stars Meg Ryan, and it's about a single father who's a widower. His wife just died, and he's having a really hard time adjusting to this. He's mourning her loss. And his son, Jonah, calls a radio station, talks to the DJs, and explains his father's situation. And then so Tom Hanks' character, Sam, he comes to the phone, and in a moment of like vulnerability and sadness, he divulges his feelings. He gets really vulnerable and tells the DJ exactly how he feels. And he explains how he's really sad about the situation, he's really, really down, and he's having a hard time mourning the loss of his wife. As a result, he becomes like an anonymous, faceless celebrity that women all across the country have fallen in love with, and they call him Sleepless in Seattle. And one such woman who falls in love with him is Meg Ryan's character.
I don't even know him. I am having all of these fantasies about some man I have never even met.
So Meg Ryan doesn't live in the same state as Tom Hanks' character, and in fact, she's already engaged to be married. And it's not like they just got engaged. They're really preparing for their wedding. She's getting fitted for a wedding dress. The time is drawing nearer, and she's engaged to Bill Pullman's character. Now, Bill Pullman's character is established as kind of like soft or weak. He's allergic to pretty much everything, has a lot of health issues. This is done because Hollywood, they use this tactic all the time. Like, if a leading lady is going to cheat on her man, they make the man like dorky, weak, effeminate, soft, or fragile because it justifies what she's going to do to him later so we don't feel so bad. And basically, Meg Ryan's character listens to this radio broadcast. She falls in love with Tom Hanks over the phone. She doesn't speak to him. She doesn't even know what he looks like. All she knows is what he told the DJs on the radio. And she can't stop thinking about him. She's obsessed with him. And she's trying to find him. She's planning to go out of state to look for the guy because for some reason, she finds his story to be like really endearing and sad and romantic. And all the while, Bill Pullman is just kept in the dark. So Meg Ryan, she's conspiring behind her fiance's back. She's going on trips to find Tom Hanks. And it's really kind of creepy, to be honest. You don't know this guy, you heard him on the radio, and you try to find him and track him down. That's just creepy. That's not romantic. That's creepy. And then you don't tell your fiance. You have all these feelings bubbling inside of you to the point where you're having second thoughts, you're having doubts, and it's going to ruin your engagement. And then all for what? The possibility of what could be? Because what ends up, long story short, what ends up happening is they set up an arranged meeting. The 13-year-old son, Tom Hanks' son, finally manages to reach out to her and says, I know you like my dad. I know what you look like. Meet him on the top of the Empire State Building or something like that. Because Tom Hanks has moved on for the most part and is dating another woman, Victoria, who the son doesn't like, and is like, I want you to date her, even though I don't know her and you don't know her. You're already in an established relationship. You guys are gonna meet in the Empire State Building. So Meg Ryan's doing all this behind her fiance's back. He's none the wiser. And then it seems like, oh, they're not gonna go through with it. But then she, in this stupid scene where they're having dinner together, where she's like, I don't want to spend the rest of my life knowing and wondering. I have to know this. I have to do this. And Bill Pullman's kind of just blindsided by this.
I don't want to be someone that you're settling for.
And okay, fine. You want to throw away our engagement because you are curious. The thought of what could be or what could have been is keeping you up at night. Go ahead.
I don't want to be someone that anyone settles for.
And so she breaks up with him. She goes to the Empire State Building, and after some little tension and fake suspense, they finally meet.
It's you.
It's me.
I saw you in the street.
And then they go down the elevator, and that's the end of the movie.
Shall we?
Like, there was a part where they came face to face before, but this is really where they meet, and it's the only time they meet. It's not like they live happily ever after. They get into an elevator, the music starts playing, and then the movie's over. But hold on a second. Meg Ryan, you threw out your relationship. You broke up with your fiance. You called off the wedding very, very close to the time when it was supposed to happen, just because you were curious about a guy you heard on the radio and you wanted to meet a complete stranger on a skyscraper, and then the movie ends. What part of that is romantic?
Nothing.
Do they live happily ever after? Probably not. We don't know, because the movie ends. But think about it like this. You ever have a really bad first date? Like, we've all been there where, wow, she's great. I'm gonna ask her out. Oh, she's on a date with me. Or, wow, he's great. I can't believe he asked me out. We're going on a date. Oh, wait a minute. The first date, he wasn't what I expected. She wasn't what I expected. You're not who I thought you were. I don't really want a second date. No hard feelings. That could happen. Like, what if, hypothetically, Tom Hanks was like, yeah, you know what? Sorry, Meg Ryan. You're not really my type. Respectfully, I don't want to continue this. Or what if she was like, wow, I built up such a character in my head. I thought you were one thing based off of this broadcast. You are not it. It's not going to work out. Like, you threw away your fiance, your relationship, your engagement for this. Stupid.
Poor gallant fool.
They made me sick.
That's not romantic. That's called being dumb. And I feel really, really bad for Bill Pullman's character because he was none the wiser. His fiance was doing all this behind his back. Imagine this. You think, wow, I'm in a relationship. This woman loves me. We're going to be married. We're going to be husband and wife for the rest of my happily ever after is on the horizon. And you come to find out she heard a radio broadcast from a dude out of state who she's never seen, she doesn't know. She gets feelings based off of him talking about his dead wife, and then she breaks it off because there's a possibility he might be on the Empire State Building and she wants to go meet him. How's that supposed to make him feel? Any one of us dudes, if that happened to us, that would be so embarrassing. That would be so embarrassing. Not only would we feel bad, it would probably affect our relationships for the rest of our lives. I mean, this goes for guys and girls. Like, this is how villains are created. When your girlfriend or your boyfriend does something behind your back, blindsides you, and you think everything's fine, and then all of a sudden, boom. That's how villains are created. I feel really bad for this guy, Bill Pullman's character. But, oh, he's got a bunch of allergies, is kind of dorky. I guess it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to leave him and embarrass him, make him have to go back and face his parents and his friends. Why? The wedding's off. She wants to meet some guy in the Empire. No, that's how villains are created. You know, and another thing before I wrap up, because I'm going to make this very quick. This movie, it's not the only movie to do it, but I need to address this. This movie tries to say or convince its audience that, like, when a guy cries or shares his feelings or when he's emotionally vulnerable, it makes him more attractive to women. That's a bunch of crap. We all know that's not true. I mean, the movie makes it seem like, oh, you know, if you're a dude, it's okay. It's cool to cry or to share. No.
Who the first woman to say this was, I don't know, but somehow it caught on.
Guys, let me make this very clear. We all know this. Actually, I don't even need to make this clear. We know this. Like, if you cry in front of your girlfriend, it's over. She's not gonna have respect for you. She's gonna leave you.
It's not necessary for you to ever tell me that you think I'm right. We'll assume it.
You share your emotional vulnerability. That doesn't make you attractive as a guy. In fact, it makes you less attractive. We all know this inherently. And I don't like when Hollywood movies like this, again, it's not the only one to do it, but a lot of them have done it, that try to convince dudes that this is what makes you attractive when it really doesn't. So 2 things I want to make very clear. Guys, if you watch this movie, don't listen to that advice. Do not think it's okay to cry in front of your girlfriend or be like soft and sensitive, because that won't make you attractive. Okay, that's just the reality of it. Okay, if you're a soft, sensitive guy, it is what it is, but it's not an attractive thing. And then girls, don't watch this movie and think, wow, this is what romance is. I have a built-up thing in my head and all these expectations from films like this. This is not what relationships are. This is not a healthy relationship. This is not cool. This is not cute. This is romantic. This is not how the world works. Okay, so that's my message to both guys and girls. Girls, don't take this movie seriously and don't think this is how relationships work in real life. And guys, don't cry in front of your girlfriend because it won't make you more attractive. It'll actually make you less attractive. We just know that inherently. I said this in the beginning. I'm not a romantic guy. I'm not into this whole relationship lovey-dovey stuff. It's like I'm the dude from They Live. Being that I'm so not lovey-dovey, that I'm not a romantic guy, I've got the glasses that helps me see through the lies of the Jedi.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Oh, this is a good romance movie. Well, good is a point of view. And sometimes the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise has its merits, where I've gone off the rails.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
At the end of the day, being that I am the way I am, I'm able to see through this stuff. I'm able to see through the lies of the Jedi and recognize this is not cute, this is not romantic, this is not a healthy relationship, this isn't how people should be operating in the real world, and Hollywood should stop making movies or pushing the trend that being a cheater or being deceitful, lying, going behind your boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance's back. That's not cute, that's not romantic, and this movie is not it. First of all, it's not even a good movie. It's crap. I don't know how it has the fame and the status that it does, but it's just not romantic at all. So, if you haven't seen the movie, hopefully I persuaded you to not watch the movie. If you have seen the movie, hopefully I rewired and reprogrammed your mind to see the truth that this is just not it. It's not what relationships are. That's all I have for you. You know, if there is like a romance movie or a love movie that you yourself have noticed, there's something off here. This isn't really normal. This is unhealthy, or this is a bad romance. You want me to talk about it? You know, the ambassador of logic to crappy romance? Yeah. Let me know. I will absolutely take a look at it. I'll absolutely do it. In terms of movies and stuff like that, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why you guys elected me. Long story short, please like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing. It's totally free. And believe it or not, just one like can go a long way, and it really does help me out in the long run. So if you'd be so kind, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. Also, follow me on Instagram. That's going to be linked in the description below. Give me a follow. I need to boost my follower count. Trust me. It needs to happen, and I can't do it without you guys. That's all I have for you, and I'll see you in the next Unpopular Opinion.